welcome today discussion novel drug delivery systems. This the theme area is targeted drug delivery systems. In this discussion today we can talk about introductions, concepts and different approaches of targeted drug delivery systems. So in this today discussion, the content will be introduction, ideal characteristics, advantages, disadvantages, carriers or markers used in the targeted drug delivery system, different strategies of drug targeting, types of targeted drug delivery system in market. Introduction. A targeted drug delivery system is a special form of drug delivery system where the medicament is selectively targeted to or delivered to its site of action or absorption where it required, and not to the non-target organs or tissues or cells. It is a method of delivering medication to a patient in a manner that increases the concentration of the medication in some parts of the body relative to the others. That means where the drug action will be intended. Targeted drug delivery seeks to concentrate the medication in the tissues of interest. That means where the medicament required, generally the cancer cells, or enzyme replacement therapy, hormone replacement therapy. These are the area where the more concentration of the drugs or medications required in the particular cell or tissue, while reducing the relative concentration of the drug or medication in the remaining tissues. That means where the concentration not required in that places, that is the body organ tissue cell, where the drug concentration not required, that place the drug not released or reached. This is the idea. This improves the efficacy and reduces the side effect. That means the targeted drug delivery system improves the efficacy, that means therapeutic utility of the given drug in the dosage form, and thereby reducing the side effect of the drug. The targeted may be delivered. The targeted drug delivery may be delivered to the capillary bed of the active sites. Capillary bed means where the blood circulation going to end. The capillary bed of the active sites means where the drug they want to give therapeutic action, that is called as active sites, to the specific types of cells. That means, for example, the blood cancer. So the drug want to deliver only to the cancer cells of the blood, or even intracellular region. That means the drug reaches to the tumor cells but not affecting or entering the drugs into the normal cells. Otherwise, to the specific organ, brain targeting, or specific type of tissues by complex with the carrier that recognize the target. Objectives: why we are preparing the targeted drug delivery system with comparing with the other novel drug delivery systems. Why it is most important? Because to achieve a desired pharmacological response, that is called as therapeutic effect at a selected site. That means where the drug action actually wanted, that is called as at a selected sites without undesirable interaction. That is called as spillover effect, otherwise called as side effect at other tissues and sites. Thereby the drug have a specific action. Only at the particular cell or tissues, or where the action actually intended to a specific action with a minimum side effect and a better therapeutic index. That means the ultimate idea is that maximum therapeutic activity with minimum side effect, that is anticipated outcome of the targeted drug delivery systems. For example, in cancer chemotherapy and enzyme replacement therapy. For cancer chemotherapy means maybe a bone cancer, a liver cancer, brain cancer, colon cancer, lungs cancer, uterus cancer. So, where the drug actually wanted to deliver that places, or sometime instantly the enzyme replacement therapy. In the human body, a lack of some enzymes, accordingly the metabolic process are get changed. For that, the enzyme want to deliver for the particular cells or organs. So, for that we are putting the enzymes in the targeted drug delivery system. Reason for drug targeting, why we are going to target, what is the scientific idea behind it is, in the treatment and prevention of the disease, the drug delivery, the ultimate is prevention of the disease or treatment of the disease. It's a combined effect, sometime prevention and also sometime treatment, sometime combined effect, that means the prevention and the treatment of any disease. Pharmaceutical drug instability, very important, pharmaceutical factors, the drug related factors, the excipient related factors, sometimes the drug and excipient may be unstable because of the environmental conditions, and for example the poor solubility, biopharmaceutical factors, that is a low absorption, the drug having sometimes low absorption window, high membrane bounding, biological instability, that means when the drug when cross the biological barrier, they are very difficult to penetrate and transfer, and sometimes at the time of crossing the biological barrier, the drug get inactivated, that is degraded, first was metabolic effect, pre-systemic hepatic effect, these are the things. The pharmacokinetic and pharmacodynamic, that means short half-life, that is a biological half-life and elimination half-life will be differ in the conventional models. So, such a drugs to be modulated through targeted drug delivery systems. Large volume of distribution, so once the solubility profile of the drug will be low, then ultimately the volume of distribution increases. So, such a cases we have to give the drug in the targeted drug delivery system. Low specificity, that means the drug having very difficult to bind with the receptors, or very difficult to reach the particular cell or tissue. In that cases also we have to give the targeted drug delivery systems. And the clinical low therapeutic index, those drugs having a low therapeutic index and some clinically potent drugs, such a drugs we are trying to deliver through targeted drug delivery system for the better outcome and better compliance to the patient. See, the schematic diagram illustrate why we are going to target. The same theory what I explained earlier is now the diagrammatic understanding the scheme, the pharmaceutical reason, that means why the targeted drug delivery system need of targeting, why, because the pharmaceutical reason, a pharmacokinetic reason and a pharmacodynamic reason. So, these are the reason, the formulation factors, kinetic factors and dynamic factors. So, pharmaceutical reason factor is drug instability, that means the drugs will be stable until the expiry date or until the consumption or sometime up to the therapeutic action in the body. Because of instability, that means in conventional dosage form, the drug entering in the systemic circulation, before entering some percentage of the drug get inactivated, that is degraded, might be through some enzymatic reactions, hepatic metabolisms, prehepatic circulations, some bacterial luminal gut wall enzymes. So, these are the factors. The drug instability having number of factors, but mostly they are related to the patient. And the solubility profile, some drugs are very difficult to get dissolved and soluble in the given solvent system. So, such a drugs. So, these are the reason, pharmaceutical reason, drug instability and low solubility profile. That reasons we are modulating to the targeted drug delivery systems. The second factor, pharmacokinetic factor, so poor absorption. So, the bioavailability depends on the rate of absorption. So, poor absorption means ultimately the bioavailability get affected. So, those drug molecules having a poor absorption because of the absorption window and short half-life, large volume of distribution. So, if we can manipulate the drug by using targeted drug delivery system, we can do better absorption, from poor absorption to better absorption, short half-life, the drug having a very short half-life, that is immediately clearing the central compartment. Such a cases we can use the targeted drug delivery systems. Large volume of distributions, that means because of solubility the VD will be increases. Such a cases also we are giving the targeted drug delivery systems. Pharmacokinetic reason, pharmacodynamic reason, low specificity. If the drug having less receptor affinity, the drug having a less receptor affinity, and also those drugs having a low therapeutic index, such drugs are trying to develop in the targeted drug delivery systems of novel approach. So next we move on to the ideal characteristics. Generally we are purchasing any goods, we can expect some qualities, good qualities. So now as a pharmaceutical background, so we are expectation is there, expectation is a human nature. So we are expecting some good qualities from the targeted drug delivery systems. The first point, any dosage form, any pharmaceutical dosage form should be non-toxic, biocompatible and biodegradable, and physicochemical stability both in vitro and in vivo. These are the topmost priority in the ideal characteristics of targeted drug delivery systems. That means the system, targeted drug delivery system should be non-toxic, biocompatible. That means when integrated into the human body, the system should be compatible with the biological system, that is called as biocompatible. Biodegradable, that means the system is by using some polymers, the polymers easily get degraded in the biological system, that is called as biodegradable. And physically, chemically should be stable both in vitro and in vivo. So these are the highly expected ideal characteristics of the targeted drug delivery systems. Restrict drug distribution to target cells or tissues. That means the targeted drug delivery system trying to restrict, limit the drug distribution to target cells or tissues or organs, and should have uniform capillary distribution. That means the delivery system should be release the medicament from the system uniform at the capillary bed. Controllable and predicate the rate of drug release. The targeted drug release system trying to control and predicate the rate of drug release from the given dosage form. Drug release does not affect the drug action. Drug release does not affect the drug action. Both are different process. Therapeutic amount of drug should be released. The drug released per minute or per hour, therapeutic amount that must be released from the system without any deviation. Minimal drug leakage during transit, because these are the system, the delivery system travel across the body, that is called as a transit. During transit, the drug leakage, the cargo should not altered. That means the leakage of the drug from the given dosage form should not. Carrier used must be biodegradable. The carrier system, that means polymers. The novel drug delivery system, we are using the manipulation of the polymers. The polymer is called as here carriers. The carrier should be biodegradable or readily eliminated from the body without any problem, and no carrier induced modulation of disease state. The carrier should be non-antigenic. That means the carrier should not induce any antibody antigen reaction in the human body. That is called as carrier induced modulation of disease state. The carrier system should not create any secondary effect. The preparation of the delivery system should be easy. That means from the manufacturing point of view, industry point of view, research point of view, the development and design and development of the carrier system, targeted drug delivery system should be easy and reasonably simple. The techniques and technology should be reasonably simple and reproductive, very important point. The technology should be easily reproducible, and finally the cost effective, ultimate to the reaching to the product to the patient able to try to purchase from the pharmacy shops, that is called as cost effective. So, now move on to the next heading, the advantages. So, what are the advantages from this targeted drug delivery system comparison with other dosage form? There is a conventional and also novel with other dosage form. Drug administration protocols may be simplified. That means the dosing regimen, the dosing frequency should be simplified. In the conventional model, may be using per day 2 times. The targeted drug delivery using at least we should only 1 time in a day. That is called as drug administration. There is a dosing schedule. Drug administration protocols may be simplified. Toxicity is reduced by delivering a drug into target sites. When we are targeting to the particular site, ultimately the toxicity to the other organs or tissues may be reduced, thereby reducing harmful systemic effect. So, whatever you are consuming the drug in dosage form, the drug goes to only central compartment, that is called as systemic effect. So, the systemic effect, the more the drug in the blood compartment, ultimately the harmful effect will be increasing in the conventional model. So, by targeting, we are reducing the harmful systemic effect of the given particular drug in the targeted drug delivery systems. Drug can be administered in a smaller dose to produce the desired effect. That means the dose and the dosing frequency, that is the drug in the particular dose, there is a amount of drug in a particular dose. In the conventional model, suppose we are giving 10 milligram, in the controlled manner we are reducing to 8 milligram. That means the dose smaller to produce the desired effect. Same effect in the conventional model, what the effect producing therapeutic effect, the same effect to be we are getting by reducing the dose. That means the concentration of the drug in the controlled drug delivery be lesser than the conventional model or other delivery systems. Avoidance of hepatic first pass metabolisms. So, we are consuming the conventional techniques, the drug reaches to the oral and after that systemic circulation and come to the blood circulation and after that go to the hepatic metabolisms. So, a drug will be metabolized, inactivated most of the drug without producing therapeutic effect. So, in this way the targeted delivery system, we are controlling the release rate and also controlling the site where the drug want to deliver. Accordingly, we should try to avoid the first pass effect, that is called as avoidance of hepatic first pass metabolism. Enhancement of absorption of target molecules such as peptides and particulate systems. So, particularly the proteins and peptides, enzyme materials, difficult to cross the barriers because when they crossing the barriers, the molecules get inactivated or degraded. Such molecules are given through these techniques, that is called as enhancement of the absorption of the target molecules such as peptides and particulate systems, liposomes, neosomes, nanoparticles. Dose is less compared to conventional drug delivery system. When comparing with the conventional delivery system, dose will be reduced. No peak and valley plasma concentration. There is no Shaw and teeth model because that is the conventional model. When we are going to the drug profile in the blood, the graphically when you are looking at the graphical representation, they have more fluctuation in the drug concentration in the blood compartment, central compartment. So, no peak and valley plasma concentration, selective targeting to infectious cells that compared to normal cells. So, when you are selectively targeting whether bacteria, whether virus and to particular body cell tissues, particularly cancer cells, cancerous RBC cells, brains, tumor cells, that is selective targeting to infectious cells, that means some organ infected, lungs infection like that, and also brain cancer like that, compared to the normal cells. That means the drug only reaches to the where the action required. Disadvantages: rapid clearance of targeted systems. So, any research, innovation, the disadvantages also inherent nature. So, we are trying to compromise some extent, but some places the disadvantages also exist predominantly. rapid clearance of targeted systems. Suppose the drug is easily cleared by the system, so this system is failure model. Immune reactions against intravenous administration, because any materials here that we are using the polymers is a new material that is called foreign matters, then enter to the intravenous administration to the polymers or carrier system. Ultimately the immune reactions starts, that is called as antigen antibody reaction. In generic we can say it is allergy. Insufficient localization of targeted system into tumor cells. Sometime insufficient localization of target system into tumor cells, diffusion and redistribution of released drugs. Suppose the drug not cleared, TF will be more, diffusion and redistribution of released drugs. That is, at that time the continuous release of the drug leads to produce cumulative toxicity. Requires highly sophisticated technology for the formulations. In this technique we have to invest for the sophisticated technology for the formulation development. Again this is a new method and techniques, require skills for manufacturing, storaging and administration, because they are new methods require for special for particular storage of resealed RBC, administration to the patient needs some counseling. Drug disposition at the target site may produce toxicity symptoms. Drug deposition at the target site may produce toxicity symptoms, difficult to maintain stability of dosage form. Example, resealed erythrocytes. So, resealed erythrocytes is a targeted system of delivery, but the resealed erythrocytes, the lifespan will be very limited. So, stability of the carrier system is very poor. Drug loading is usually low comparatively. Example, micelles, that is a liposome carrier system. So, therefore, it is difficult to predict or fix the dosage form regimen. So, these are the listed some major disadvantages in the targeted drug delivery systems. Now, move on to the next, carrier and markers. Carriers or markers are the polymers. The polymers may be a synthetic or natural, or maybe sometimes semi-synthetic, biodegradable, bioerodible, non-biodegradable, easily eliminated from the body. So, we are interchangeably using the carrier system in the targeted drug delivery or sometimes markers. Targeted drug delivery can be achieved by using the carrier systems. What is carrier? Carrier is a polymer. What is a polymer? Is a monomer. A repetition in a monomer is called as a polymer. The polymer may be natural, synthetic or semi-synthetic, or biodegradable, non-biodegradable, or easily eliminated from the body. Carrier is one of the special molecule or system easily required for effective transmission of the load drug to up to the pre-selected site. That means the system, there is a carrier system, is a special molecule or system essentially required for the effective transportation of the load of drug up to the pre-selected site, that means where the action required. They are engineered vectors. Sometimes it may be a vectors which retain drug inside or onto them either via encapsulation or via spacer moiety and transport or deliver it to vicinity of the target cells. Most commonly used pharmaceutical carrier systems. Polymers, microcapsules, microparticles, lipoproteins, liposomes and micelles. So, now what are the different strategies employed for drug targeting? What are the different strategies employed for drug targeting? Based on the physical mechanism or chemical mechanisms or combination of both, the targeting may be classified in 6 categories. From the picture you can see that simple, that is called as first one, active targeting. Active targeting from the clockwise, active targeting, passive targeting, inverse targeting, combination targeting, dual targeting and double targeting. So, targeting may be classified into 6 category, right? Now we can discuss a little bit detail about the different targeting types. First we can move to the passive targeting. Drug delivery systems which are targeted to systemic circulation are characterized as passive delivery system. Simply, any dosage form that delivers the medicament to the central compartment, that is called as passive targeting. In this technique, drug targeting occurs because of the body's natural responses to physicochemical characteristics of the drug or drug carrier systems. In the physiological mechanism of the human body and the physicochemical properties of the drug and carrier system, naturally the drug reaches to the blood, that is called as central compartment, right. So such a systems are called as passive targeting approach. Inverse targeting. In this type of targeting, attempts are made to avoid a passive uptake of collateral carriers by RES. In the blood, reticuloendothelial systems are there. Their function is defense mechanisms. Any new matter, any foreign particulate system when entered to the blood, the RES easily engulf and remove and clear from the central compartment, and hence the process is referred as inverse targeting. To achieve inverse targeting, RES normal function is suppressed. The functions of RES should be suppressed by pre-injecting the large amount of bulk collateral carrier system or carriers or macromolecules like materials, just dextran sulfate. So we want to suppress the RES. If we are not suppressing the RES, what happen? RES simply take the carrier and clear the central compartment. So our approach will be get failed. We should suppress the target, that means RES mediated targeting. For that we should inject dextran sulfate. Dextran sulfate suppress the reticuloendothelial systems. So ultimately the defense function of the RES will be prevented. Then we should easily lead to deliver by target approach of that. Such approach is called as inverse targeting. This approach leads to saturation of RES and suppression of defense mechanisms. That means dextran sulfate gets saturated with the RES and suppress its functions of defense mechanisms. This type of targeting is an effective approach to target drugs to non-RES organs. For example, we want to deliver the drugs to bone cancer, bone tuberculosis. We want to deliver the drugs to such a places, we can approach the inverse targeting mechanism. Active targeting. In this approach, the carrier system bearing a drug reaches to a specific site on the basis of modification made on its surface rather than natural uptake by RES. The inverse targeting, what we done is, we are suppressing the RES by the injecting dextran sulfate, but in active targeting, without suppressing the RES, simply modification made on its surface, that means some engineered carrier system we are using, that is called as surface modified engineered carrier system, that is called as. Surface modification technique includes coating of surface with either a bioadhesive or non-ionic surfactant or specific cells or tissues antibodies. For example, monoclonal antibodies or human albumin proteins. The carrier system will be coated or by using some surfactant, non-ionic surfactant or specific cells or tissues or antibodies or monoclonal antibodies example, or by albumin proteins. So now by this mechanism, physical coating mechanisms, we can achieve the active targeting. In the active targeting, further classified into 3 categories, that is first order targeting. that is called as organ compartmentalization. Second order targeting, that is called cellular targeting. Third order, that is intracellular targeting. Ligand mediated targeting. The ligand mediated targeting is achieved by using specific mechanisms such as a receptor, a dependent uptake of natural LDL particles and synthetic lipid microemulsions of partially reconstituted LDL particles coated with apoproteins. Ligand is a specific chemical, may be used as a example LDL, that is used for the specific targeting to the particular receptors. So, what is receptor? Receptor is a specific chemical group present on the cell surface. We want to target some drugs to the particular receptor. Accordingly, we should use some ligands, that is a natural materials like LDL, low density lipoproteins coated with the apoproteins. Physical targeting, in this type of targeting, some characteristics of environmental changes like pH, temperature, light intensity, electric field, ionic strength, small and even specific stimuli like glucose concentration are used to localize the drug carrier to predetermined site. There is a physical approaches, the pH, temperature, light intensity, electrical field, ionic strength, smell and even specific stimuli like glucose concentration, the particular organ or tissue where the drug want to deliver at the local place, the drug carrier to be predetermined site. This approach was found exceptional for tumor targeting as well as cytosolic delivery of entrapped drug or genetic material. For the cytosolic delivery, the special approach required. Dual targeting. In this targeting approach, carrier molecule itself have their own therapeutic activity. The carrier means we are using some polymers. The carrier itself having some therapeutic activity and thus increase therapeutic effect of the drug. For example, the carrier molecule having its own antiviral activity can be loaded with antiviral drug. The net synergistic effect of drug conjugate was observed, that is called as additive effect. The carrier using for targeting purpose, the carrier itself having some therapeutic effect. So, when the drug having again therapeutic effect, the combination of two effects to targeting a specific virus or bacteria or some other cells, body human cells, such a delivery system mechanism is called as dual targeting mechanisms. Double targeting, that means targeting in a through dosage form by temporal and spatial methodologies. Temporal and spatial methodologies are combined to a target carrier system, then targeting may be called double targeting. Spatial placement leads to the targeting drugs to specific organ. Spatial placements lead to the targeting drugs to the specific organs where the drug required. Organs or tissues or cells or even subcellular compartment. Whereas temporal delivery refers to the controlling the rate of the drug delivery to site. That means double targeting where the drug want to deliver and the delivered by controlling the drug, that is called as spatial and temporal combination methodologies. Temporal means the rate of the drug to be released from the dosage form, same time where the drug will be targeted, that place up to that place the drug not released. When it reaches to the particular target, the trying to release in the zero order mechanisms. Such a delivery system is called as double targeting mechanisms. Thank you.